Jeff Doig, how are you feeling?
Feel great. Trying to switch it up a little bit with the rear naked chokes, but they keep falling in there. So
I saw.
if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess, huh?
Did the way you were training in camp and what you executed in the cage, was that what you were planning the whole time?
Yeah, I went out to Philadelphia for this camp, and I stayed out there for about a month. So a good majority of my training camp was out in Philadelphia with Daniel Gracie and his pro team, and we're working the same thing there. They watched the video and they just said, the kid doesn't have a strong clinch game or ground game. So they were like, any bad decisions he shows to go to his stomach to either get up or something. And they see, if you see the back, take it. Surprised me a little bit because I felt pretty strong all around. It was surprising because I thought he was going to be a lot heavier on the feet, meaning I thought he was going to come out and pump the jab a lot more, pump some kicks. I think he was kind of hesitant like me. So it ended up being, a lot on the ground, actually. So I wasn't really expecting that, but what happened in there was exactly what we wanted to happen for what I was training for in camp.
What changed in this particular fight?
In the second round, I probably wouldn't have went for a body clinch so quick because I was landing my twos. I landed 2 twos in the first round and a really good 2 in the second round. I saw him out back, marked him up a little bit. But it's also a time warp in there, like things go very fast and very slow. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. It's kind of one of those things. You have a plan until you actually go in there and you start mixing it up. Then sometimes change, But I wish I threw a little bit more on the hands.
What can we expect next week?
Hopefully a knockout, man. This chokeout's getting fucking boring over here. So hopefully we mix it up with the hands a little bit. I go to the back very, very quick. I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu around from logo and and they got their black. That gets a lot because I end up getting to the ground a lot of the times. You know what I mean? I think my biggest stand-up battle was with this fight that was coming up right here. Is Arthur? We kind of stood the whole time, so it hasn't been like that in about 4 or 5 fights. So I'm hoping. But you know what? Anytime you can go out there and get a W, that's what you got to do. I mean, you can't be. finish up camp. So in the middle of the day, I'll be doing little errands, and then so I'm really disciplined as far as that. But I got to be better on my nutrition and the sleep factor. You know, can't get into the extracurricular activities at night. You know what I mean? Those will kill you. So, but other than that, it's been really good. I noticed I started working with strength and conditioning, and I noticed it's a big difference. Because he was extremely tired, and I do all the same shit he does, as far as bad shit. So
One last thing. Was it a factor going into this fight knowing that Taylor has a reputation to hit hard?
yeah, I watched a lot of video on him, and I was like, this kid is a scrawny, like lanky kid, but damn, he can punch.
Yeah.
I could just tell by you know what I mean. Like, I'm not a natural. Like, my game, I'm footwork and I'm like agile and stuff, speed, but like him, I noticed his cracks. And I've watched his boxing matches too. He had 3 recently pro boxing matches where he looked really good. So I was nervous about it, you know. I think that's why I was so hesitant at
MMA. No, we got MMA
Oh,
action.
sorry, go ahead.
Adrian MMA Island. What would you say was the key to victory in this fight?
syncing up that choke, really, and just the transitions through the ground. Like, my ground game really takes me there where I can transition through a lot of different positions, and not even positions, just string through a lot of submissions. So it was the armbar wasn't there, but as soon as you show me your back, that's such a high percentage thing for me that I'm going to stick with that. So I didn't try anything else from the back, like transition to a Kimura, transition to an armbar, try to transition to a head and arm triangle or something like that. If I have your back, I'm going to stick with your back. I'll punch you a little bit and I'll kick you to soften you up, but that's such a high percentage thing, a low percentage for him to hurt me. You know what I mean? That once I find that, I'm usually sticking with that. So.
All of the submission attempts that you chained together, was the choke the one that you preferred the most?
Yeah. Because a tough guy can even break his arm and he's going to fight back. I've seen it. I've seen it out on the street. I've seen it in the cage. People get their arms broken. They're still going to fight. You know, so you can't really fight if you're, that's why all the greats and all the, real jiu-jitsu practitioners, they stress the fundamental chokes, the head and arm triangle choke, rear naked, guillotine, you know what I mean? Because nobody, once you go to sleep, you're out.
All right. Congratulations on your win. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you so much for your time.
That was a long one, but I did
I
well.
know.
I did
I'm
well.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I got CrossFit 1620. They've been with me for since 2019. Here, it's called Grassi Enterprises. He builds homes, dumpster company. Grew up with him. He's been sponsoring me the last year and a half, and then a landscaping company called Travers out in Bourne, Mass. They stepped up this last fight, and they'll be helping out the rest of this year. So I really couldn't do it without any of them. Ample, obviously, things get expensive. So very, very much love to all them. So appreciate it.
Thank you again. I appreciate it.